Hi, my name's Paul Scoones. I'm a Doctor Who writer. I live in Auckland. I've been a Doctor Who fan for, the best part of my life, since I was 6 years old. So that's about 45 years I've been following Doctor Who. Started out as just a casual viewer, took that to running a Doctor Who fan club in New Zealand, and these days I've translated that into a professional interest because I now work for the BBC on their Blu-ray range and the DVDs, and also write for the Doctor Who magazine, the official Doctor Who magazine in the UK.
I've just seen your article that you put out, 50th issue special. Tell us about how that came about.
Well, the special itself is an overview of fandom all around the world. So it covers every part of the, fandom in different countries, in the UK and the US, Canada, all over the place. And I've written for Doctor Who magazine for a few years now, so they asked me to write the Australia and New Zealand article, which covers both countries. I mean, I don't know much about Australian fandom, so I had to research that side of it. But the second half of the article is completely about New Zealand fandom from the beginning through to the present day. So I was very well qualified to write about that side of things.
We were talking off air, and you mentioned having a club. And how did that come about?
Oh, when I started university in 1987, I was being about 19 at that time, and I met another fan. I'd grown up like really, really loving Doctor Who, but none of my friends were really into it in a big way. So it was only when I got to university and I met another guy who was really into Doctor Who that the two of us go, oh, let's just start a fanzine. So we just basically started finding a few pen pals, people around New Zealand and overseas who wanted to read our magazines. So it just basically started out of there. It was just a photocopied magazine we put together called Type-Space Visualizer. And it all grew out of there.
And so was this a weekly thing or a monthly fan club?
Oh, every couple of months. It was about 6 times a year.
Okay.
Yeah. And the club came a year later. We didn't start the club. It was a coincidental thing. There was another group in Christchurch who decided to start a Doctor Who fan club. And when we found out about each other, we decided to merge the two because they had a club and we had a fanzine, and so we put the two together, and the fanzine became the sort of the official magazine of the club.
How long did that run for? I mean, the fanzine itself.
About 25 years. It
wow.
ended in about 2009. It ran for 76 issues.
Wow.
So yeah, quite a long time. Yeah.
Mm. I mean, it's only recently that it's been over, but I mean, that's a long time for a magazine. I mean, a lot of magazines come and go quite fast, and I guess it's because it came out of fan interest, and because fans created it. Is that what you thought? What do you think was a longevity behind it?
Oh, if you know the background to Doctor Who. The original series of Doctor Who ran for 26 years, and then it got cancelled by the BBC in 1989. And then, barring a couple of specials, we didn't get Doctor Who back until 2005 when Chris Erickson and Billy Piper came back, right? Mm. So there's a good chunk of like 15, 16 years where there's not really Doctor Who being made. And that's the time that the club was really active because people didn't have Doctor Who on television. So having a club and a fanzine they could write for, I think it was a way of sort of as an outlet for their fandom.
Do you think that was like what brought the interest back with a new series?
I think fandom has become a lot more diverse since the series has come back. I think what we see now is just a lot of people who are fans, but they don't feel the need to belong to a single group like they used to. It sounds weird in a way, but it was almost like when Doctor Who wasn't on, it needed a support group. And now it's back, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I seriously wonder if ever Doctor Who gets cancelled again. I really hope it doesn't, obviously, but if it does, I reckon that that a fan club might start up again as like a sort of support group for all the people who are missing the series.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I noticed that with Lucifer, when Fox decided to cancel it, everybody around the world was going, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And suddenly
it unites people together, doesn't it? When they're missing something.
It does, and basically, I was on almost every day on Twitter, hashtagging or at Netflix to pick it up.
Yeah.
And everybody else was as well. It's like, hey, if they don't want it, we'll take it. Thank you very much, and you take it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when Doctor Who was cancelled the first time around '89, there wasn't internet or social media, so but there was certainly a lot of letter writing and phone campaigns and that sort of thing going on. So it was kind of like what you could do back in the day in terms of trying to get Doctor Who back.
Yeah.